Hello, my name is Peter Eastwood. I am a Winthrop Professor and Director of the Centre for Sleep Science at the University of Western Australia's School of Anatomy, Physiology and Human Biology. My primary focus of research is sleep disorders, specifically respiratory sleep disorders. One of the most common sleep disorders in today's society is obstructive sleep apnea. It occurs in about 5% of middle-aged men and about 2% of middle-aged females. It occurs when the upper airway collapses during sleep. That is, the throat, which is the conduit for airflow to the lungs, collapses repetitively during sleep. What happens when this collapse occurs is that oxygen levels in the blood decrease, carbon dioxide levels increase, and the cessation of breathing only stops when you wake up from sleep. This can happen in someone with sleep apnea many hundreds of times a night. The daytime consequences of sleep apnea are severe. That is, severe daytime sleepiness. There's an increased risk of cardiovascular events and also an increased risk of motor vehicle accidents. Thus, sleep apnea has major effects on the health of society today. The particular focus of my research is both to better understand the reasons why humans get sleep apnea and also to improve treatments for sleep apnea. My research is undertaken at two facilities. Firstly, here at the University of Western Australia in the Centre for Sleep Science. This is a 5-bed research and teaching facility with state-of-the-art equipment for both measuring and assessing sleep. The clinical partner of our university-based research program is the Western Australian Sleep Disorders Research Institute, which is located at the Sir Charles Gairdner Hospital, which is the major teaching hospital of Western Australia, about a 10-minute walk away from the University of Western Australia. We have both postdoctoral fellows, PhD students, master's students and honours students involved in the research program. I have a great interest in understanding upper airway behaviour, and we've used different techniques to understand that. For example, general anaesthesia. We use catheters in the upper airway to measure pressure at various sites. And these are all techniques which we use both here at the university and over at the hospital to better understand why the upper airway fails in some individuals during sleep. Other areas of interest in terms of understanding the pathogenesis or the mechanisms of sleep apnea include body fat and body fat distribution. We know that obesity is a major risk factor for sleep apnea, and we believe that where the fat is located in the body, that is the body fat distribution, is also probably very important in understanding why some people have sleep apnea and some people don't. In terms of therapy, we have been involved with several US startup companies to try and develop nerve stimulation therapies by which the upper airway can be opened using electrical stimulation and use that as a way to treat the upper airway obstruction during sleep. Here at the University of Western Australia, we have the opportunity to work with different disciplines, and more recently we've been working with psychologists to better understand the mechanisms of insomnia and perhaps develop ways to better treat insomnia. We have been working with one of the largest pregnancy cohorts in the world, the RAIN cohort, to better understand how sleep is in 23-year-old young adults. In fact, at the moment we are putting 1,500 23-year-olds through our 5-bed sleep laboratory to try and understand the prevalence of sleep disorders in this group, try and understand the architecture of their sleep, and try and report therefore on what the natural history of sleep disorders might be in these individuals. Finally, at the Centre for Sleep Science, we also work with industry. For example, we are currently undertaking a study to assess new CPAP, which is positive pressure mask therapies for sleep apnea, to see if one therapy can better treat individuals versus other therapies. So in other words, there's a broad variety of research being undertaken both here at the university and with our clinical partner over at the hospital. Compared to many other areas of medicine, sleep medicine is in its infancy. We know that sleep is critical to our well-being. We know that we spend 1/3 of our lives asleep. We know that poor sleep is accompanied by poor mental and physical health. We know that good sleep is accompanied by improved quality of life. We have a lot to learn about sleep, a lot to learn about the disorders of sleep, and a lot to learn about what we can do to improve sleep on both an individual and a society basis.